Hey guys, it is Tuesday here in West Virginia, and we finally got some stuff in the mail today. One of my new JKM Jeeps and a M2 Dodge truck set. And the Dodge truck set is what we're going to take a look at today. The JKM Jeep will unbox once I get another one or two of them here. That way it'll make for a better video. Because I've made quite a few on the Cherokee already, and all I'm getting is a color variant. I have a Gladiator coming, so maybe once we get some pieces together by then, we'll unbox all of them together. So anyways, today what we have is this set here. This is your Auto Haulers Release 82. And I love these sets. This is the, I think, second one or third, maybe the second one that they released where they have a truck hauling a truck, and it's really cool. The last one they did was in the two-tone green, and it was a power wagon showing the purple Hellcat Adventure slammed on the ground. And then the other two have been ones with CUDAs in the enclosed trailers with the transparent sides. I don't think the purple one had transparent sides, just the Coke, the yellow one. But anyways, yeah, love these sets when you get two useful vehicles for your collection, because I collect Mopars that are stock muscle cars or these trucks. So love it when they do these two truck sets. And this one, unfortunately, has a couple of quality control issues, which is not a surprise because it is M2. They have a really big issue with that. Luckily, with the trucks, I've only come across like maybe 2-3 tops out of the 80 that I have gotten. Well, actually more than 80, probably close to 100, including the ones that I've sold, but that have had issues that were too hard to live with. These two have issues that I can deal with, and I will probably get another set eventually to try to overlook these issues. But anyways, yeah, I would like to have one of the gray ones slammed on the ground, maybe. So if they ever show up at my Walmart, maybe I'll get another set. But these are kind of expensive for eBay prices, because you're going to pay like 25 bucks, and then like 10 bucks for shipping. So you're talking 35 bucks. So yeah, it's a little pricey. So anyways, let's get them out and take a look at them. The box is cool, just nothing really special, just yellow with Dodge. In the back, you have Dodge, and you have a yellow Hellcat in like the rear tail stripe, that I would call it. And then this set is limited to 8,250 pieces, and they did make a chase set, and they made 750 of them. So this is a cool backdrop to put some yellow Dodges in front of. It would be kind of cool. So anyways, let's get it out and take a look at it. And we already know on the bottom there's like copyright stuff and warnings for choking hazards and things like that. That's stuff that we don't really need to go over this time. So anyways, there's a piece floating around in here. If you can see up there, see it just fell down there. That's the air cleaner of the 4x4, because the hood would not close good. The air cleaner was not seated on right, so I just took it off, and later on I will maybe try to glue it back on, or just change the engine to one of the Hemi engines that I have. So anyways, and then these caps, the acrylic domes, are easy to get off nowadays. I've mentioned that a lot. They used to be like almost impossible to get off without cracking it on the end or breaking one of these tabs off. Now they just pop right off, which is really cool. They've been like that for, I don't know, maybe a year, 2 years tops. Lately, crap, I'm a little bit side distracted. Sorry, guys. I was looking for my screwdriver. There it is. I was going to say, I just had the thing in my hand. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and take the Well, we'll go ahead and take a look, spin around on this one. So I'll show you what the issues are with this guy. This guy, there's not really many, except that air cleaner, and then there's a couple little paint bubbles on the doors. You can see one there, one there. That's just where they did not get the dirt cleaned off the thing before it was shot. Like I said, that's something I can easily overlook. The air cleaner where the hood was shot good, that's something that's a little hard to overlook, but I can fix it, so that's cool. Now, on the yellow one, however, there's a casting mark here, and they all usually have it, where the line of the door and the A-pillar there is kind of indented deeply, and sometimes there's a little indent there, and unless it's a dark color or so, it's really hard to see it if it's a dark color. But on these lighter colors, it's really easy to see, and sometimes they don't put enough paint on them. And then the paint around the front window is really badly done. As you can see, a little bit came off and got on the A-pillar, and then above the windshield, it's not done so well, but this is an easy fix up here. You can just take it apart, pop the window bucket out, and take a Sharpie or black paint and touch it up. This over here is a little harder to fix. I don't want to take anything really abrasive to it. I can just live with that little overspray, whatever you want to call it. Now, the indent where there's not enough paint, that's not fixable, and that's kind of a hard one to overlook. I'm really like OCD when it comes to the paint stuff. But anyways, it's not that bad. So, as I said, these kind of imperfections on the truck is a little bit tolerable. Now, one thing I did just notice is the grill popped out of the truck. So, that's something that is a little bit hard to deal with, too. But anyways, I can glue that back on, most likely. So that's kind of a problem. But anyways, let's get the truck, the 4x4 one, off the stand and get a better look at him. And then I will move on to the yellow one on the trailer. Probably am not going to take it off the trailer, but we'll get everything else loosened up and stuff so you can take a look at it. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing when like pieces are falling off of them and you're like having issues with like parts closing, and then you start noticing paint imperfections. I mean, it's like, I don't know, kind of understandable, like for one issue. And the bitch of it is that M2 is a little bit arrogant about their like quality control. When I contacted them on IG one time, the person that runs their IG had told me, well, just return your truck to O'Reilly's. I bought the beige and cream colored 4x4 Power Wagon, and it had huge runs on the side. And he's like, oh yeah, that's unacceptable. We stand behind our product. Just return it to O'Reilly's. I was like, well, I can't because there's no O'Reilly's nearby. It's like 80 miles away, and this one was bought in North Carolina. And he's like, well, just return it to one of them. They'll give you your money back. I was like, well, I can't get there. Can't you guys do anything about it? Well, no, you have to take it back to the vendor. I was like, well, I'll take any kind of car or any truck. It doesn't even have to be this one. Just something to show that you do stand behind your product. Yeah, well, you have to deal with the direct supplier and stuff. And yeah, I kind of understand that, but on the ones like the O'Reilly thing, that's hard to come by the store for that, not only just the diecast, but it's hard to come by the store, and they give you that kind of BS treatment. And they do have stuff at their store. They could send you something to make it up for customer retention, but they didn't. And yeah, I was a little bit bummed about that with them. And the guy's excuse was, well, we do pretty good considering that only like a handful of those come out of like 200,000 vehicles that we make. And I was like, well, no, not really, because this one's like 6,250 pieces for this paint run. So you're only producing 6,250 pieces of that paint run. Then you have to stop and change the paint or at least do something to change it to the next model. So there's time to look at those, especially with what they're charging for them at O'Reilly's. Those things are 10 or 12 bucks a piece, depending on the store. And it shouldn't have any flaws. But anyways, yeah, at that kind of production run for that one color, I didn't get it. But yeah, and then my answer was, well, Hot Wheels does millions and millions and millions of their mainline cars, and really, you don't find a lot of errors with Hot Wheels, like paint and wheel and all that crap screwed up on their $1 cars that they literally do make probably 10 million of each unit. So, and you don't really see a lot of errors, but it is what it is. But that's my rant for the day. So anyways, the gray one looks good in this like graphite gray. The yellow one is really cool. There is a twin to it, kind of a twin, that they did a while back. It's the mellow yellow one here. Same hood, same everything. The color is slightly different. The mellow yellow is a little bit lighter, and of course it doesn't have the back tail stripe, but it's got the same wheels, and it does have a Hellcat fender leg emblem. And anyways, I took one of them and I did take the mellow yellow stuff off of it, and it turned out really nice. That's what I was using to fill in until, well, they released this guy now. So this guy here is my answer to what was missing in the lineup, because I have all of them. Actually, I have every single truck released from M2, Dodge truck, I should say, to date, except for the club piece and the newest Walmart released the purple one with the duster stripes, and the Snow Fighter, the red Snow Fighter diorama. I don't even know if the Snow Fighter has started being shipped to stores yet. I don't think it has. They just released pre-production pics of it about a month or two ago. And then the purple one, I've been anticipating it for a long time. They released photos of it back in October. So I was expecting it like in November, December at the very latest at Walmart. But no, it's just now starting to hit Walmart. It's like 4 months after they released the production pictures. So there is your yellow one. Good looking truck. I mean, I like that paint scheme with the louvered and scooped hood. It looks really mean. And then the old school tail stripe with the Hellcat SRT logo in it, and the black turbine wheels and all the black trim. The truck looks really sick. I do like it. I don't like that little indent there for the casting. It's a shame, but it's okay. I can overlook it and maybe get another one someday. But yeah, that's your trucks, guys, from this set. Very nice set. Definitely, if you can get it at Walmart, definitely buy it. As I said, on the secondary market, they're a little bit pricey. As I said, this one cost me right around, I think it was 33 bucks. I got it for, I think it was like $7 shipping, and it was 25 bucks for the set, and then whatever the tax was. So it ended up being like 33 or 34 bucks, which ain't bad, considering it's coming from eBay. So guys, that's it for today. I will be back again on Friday for our Free It Friday. If worst case scenario, I'll crack open that dark blue metallic JKM Trackhawk for you. Hopefully we'll have something else though to do besides it or with it by Friday. We'll see what happens. We're going to be hitting Walmart tomorrow morning, see if they got anything new. Hopefully we can get that new set with the purple truck and the red Chevy dually. That's a cool set. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Friday.